What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm in these streets. I'm in these Daron Bland streets. You see these rookie highlights right here. You got a playmaker, a guy who's resilient. That's what he's the epitome of resilience. A guy who was drafted in the 5th round. Nobody saw this coming from him, at least I didn't. Came in here like gangbusters. Rookie year, got 5 interceptions. The next year, came in and got the record-setting 9. Well, got the 9 interceptions with the record-setting 5 return for a touchdown, which is crazy. 14 interceptions in 2 years. That's crazy work. But we've been wanting playmakers. This is what the Cowboys have been wanting and needing. You got 2 of them in Diggs and already in Bland. Now, I know he's up for contract, and I know this is his big year. I hope somewhere, some way, the Cowboys figure out to keep both of these guys in the mix, because you rarely have 2 playmaking cornerbacks in the league, let alone you get 1. You got 2. I know that they're having some issues with Diggs, and I know Bland is going to want some big money by going by his numbers. Playmakers, you see this? It's hard to argue that, right? It's hard to fight that when you got 14 interceptions and you've been setting records. I think this is going to be a proven year for Bland. I think that's why they're holding off. But I hope that some way the Cowboys can figure out and make a good deal. As you see him get that ball hawking interception. Cowboys defense, you need a ball hawking defense, and you need 2 corners that can do that. And then you got the young rookie in Ravel. Slow cook him. Let these guys, Trevor Diggs, come back hard. You see him right here. Come back hard, Diggs. Please, we need you to, because you already got a guy in Bland. We already seen what both of you guys can do. And then you let Ravel slow cook. He's a playmaker too with size. He can see a reclamation process with Elam. That cornerback room all of a sudden was a weakness, becomes a strength. Now, this is where you can probably fight it. Metcalf, Scary Terry, Smitty from Philly gave you some problems, but you still spot on this pass right here. You covered this spot on. My home point is this. Figure it out with all 3 of these guys. Got the touchdown on you, next play came battle back. Figure out with all 3 of those guys. Because if you can keep Bland and you can keep Diggs and you can slow cook Revel, that weakness gonna become a strength. What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. You know what it is, man. We in these streets. We in these mother-sucking streets. Yep. Nice day out. A little cool out. We got the shade today, but we still busting these 90s out here. Stop crying about the damn heat out here. I'm loving it. I'm eating it. I'm like McDonald's. I'm loving it. Feel me? So I can sit out here and sit all day. Yesterday was like almost 100. People out here crying, heat waves, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting here baking, just trying to get black. Feel me? Yeah, people didn't understand that when I was coming back home, when I'll be in Texas for the summer and I'll come back home and live with my mama in Ohio, bruh, they would be like, how the hell did you get black as black? Bro, I get, that Texas heat is something different. And I'll be black coming back here in Ohio. And they'd be like, friends looking at me like, how the hell you get so black? That's how, so I'm used to the heat. Anyway, my story for today. Talking about these Daron Bland streets, and I haven't really talked about him. I talked about the cornerback position about 3 months ago. I'll make this short and sweet. Make sure you listen to this, though, because I feel like I'm talking about some real stuff right here. You know what I mean? Like, Daron Bland, I like him. You know what I'm saying? He a dog, you feel me? Like, 5th round draft pick, you know, like got what, 1 offer out of high school. You know, when like I said, my guy Lance Zerline, he did a breakdown and he said he was going to be a priority free agent, went in the 5th round, resilient. And you seen what he did. 5 picks first year in that slot, killing them. I said he should get more time than Jordan Lewis when he was in there turning up. And then you saw him with Gilmore and Diggs. You like, have him in the slot, he'd be nasty. Diggs goes down, he jumps out of nowhere, has a career year, you feel me, going crazy. And that just really constitutes how he just, the way he plays. He's a guy that just, he's a 100% guy. Like he's He's a team guy. He's going to be there. He's a guy that you can count on. He's a hard worker. He's everything you want in a player. If you really asking me, he's everything that you want in a player. But he gonna probably want some money because if you go probably from 22 to 23, you got 14 interceptions. You got 9 pass defense. You got a lot of turnovers. You got the NFL record for interception return for a touchdown. But it's a what have you done for me lately league. And in last year with that injury, you only played 7 games. There was no turnover. So this is the critical year that I was talking about in that tape. And I go through all the contracts, what you looking at for the top guys right now. And right now, this is the prove it year, right? And I think it's always going to be a prove it year, or the stakes are going to be higher as a prove it year when you're a lower draft pick like Trevin Diggs. Like, he was a second round draft pick. When he got his deal, I ain't going to lie, I was surprised he got his deal. Because I thought that was going to be a holdout. I thought they was going to franchise him because of his numbers. You set an NFL record, or you tied an NFL record. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least with the Cowboys, 11 interceptions. You going crazy. Doing what Daron Bland did right after you. So I thought it was going to be a holdout. I thought it was going to be a mess. I thought it was going to be franchise tag, and they got a deal done. But it was a team-friendly deal, and the fact that he's like in not like the top 5 of NFL paid quarterbacks right now. So, and it did give them flexibility after maybe like a 2-3 years for an out, possibly a move on. I think that's one of the reasons why they gave themselves that deal. So yes, Trevin Diggs got paid, but it was definitely good for the Cowboys as well. So the problem with me is this: I've been doing a lot of rambling. I guess it's just when I'm speaking from the heart. The problem for me with all this is Trevin Diggs. I like Trevin Diggs. I told you, if you go watch, I've liked him since he came out of college, came to the team. But what I don't like about Diggs is how he don't tackle, and he big games hunt and don't buckle down and really cover the players like he really can. Like, he really can lock down these players because he just has that type of ability with the footwork, with the hips, with the length, with the know-how, with the anticipation. He's just, he was a receiver, didn't convert to a corner until college, and you can see the receiver-like skills with him. You know what I mean? Like, you can see his anticipation, you can see, but like Emory Hunt said, and how I feel, he big game hunts. He doesn't do the small things as a corner that he should do because he is really good. Like, he has the different type of length, ability, like the size, like he has all the attributes you want as like a corner. You feel me? But it seems like, in my opinion, he doesn't do the little things. I'm not bashing. I'm just telling you what I feel and what I see. I just feel like he doesn't do the little things. And those things have come up, and I'm not saying that's why he got injured. But then you already hear the rumblings from the front office talking about he ain't going as hard as in the rehab, and the dedication might not be there. And it can't just be one where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's multiple people saying this. I don't feel like this is just a rumor coming out, because when I watch him, I feel the same things. Like, do he really love football? Is it really the passion? I'm not trying to really question, but it's just how I feel. And when I see Daron Bland, I do see passion. I do see somebody that that's why I said if I had to choose between the two to give a contract or keep, I'm keeping Daron Bland because I just have more faith in Daron Bland. I feel like Daron Bland is going to be there. He's going to be the guy that's going to be there all the time. But that's why I'm frustrated with Trevin Diggs, because you got a good contract for the team. They don't have to cut you. They can keep you. I don't know, whatever friction that was going on with y'all, make that work, because you can sign Bland, and problem is Bland, you're going to probably want big money, but this is really the year, because if he doesn't have a great year, no matter what you did in 22 and 23, people will look at it like, okay, well, that was fluky, that's why you won the 5th round. As I kind of close, that's why I feel like it took so long Dak to get his money. I mean, Romo got his money because I felt like he kissed the ring. But when you a 4th, 5th, 6th round draft pick, owners and ownership ain't looking to pass that money out to you guys. Not in my opinion. They just gonna be more leery, because there's a reason why you was drafted that low in their opinion. So I ain't gonna be quick to pay you $20, $30 million a year, and you was fifth round. Like you did that one year, okay, you did it again. All right, I need, you just a little bit more cautious. Whereas a first rounder, if he took a year or two, you think, okay, well maybe he just took a little while, but there's a reason why we drafted in the first round. Now we're seeing the numbers. We're going to go ahead and invest. Whereas if it's a guy who was drafted in the lower round, you already had your thoughts. He has warts. He has things that aren't great, and he turns up. You are like, okay, we want to pay you, but we don't pay you that top dollar money. We pay you some good money. You're not that guy. We want to pay you this guy money. You feel me? And I wonder where that's going to happen. So this is going to be an interesting year, really, for Bland, how it plays out for him on the field. Because if he goes crazy again like he has the last couple of years, you paying him no matter if, no ands, or buts. And if you're not paying him, which I don't think the Cowboys would, because they're not going to get no battle, they'll take the compensatory pick and let him walk. I feel they would do that. That's where Ravel comes in. Do you slow cook him? A lot of questions, because I don't want to see a Ravel play early. I want to see him take his time, and if he takes his time, he's going to be behind. But if you're a guy already got your guys playing, it'll be easier for him. In a perfect world, and there ain't no perfect world, but if in a great football world, you would love a Diggs, a Bland in the slot, and a Ravel on the outside. The turnovers and interceptions that you could get would be crazy. That would be a package. And you could really keep it that way if you wanted. Like, y'all could keep all three of these guys if you wanted. Make amends, Diggs, with these Cowboys. And then Bland, don't go crazy this year. Because I'm telling you right now, they're not going to get no bidding war. I just don't feel like they're going to pay him the number $1 money. I just don't feel like Dallas is going to do that with Bland. I feel like they like him, and they're going to pay him good. I feel like they will pay Bland good. Once again, that Mario ever received the whole contract. Maybe you go somewhere else. And me and Landlord talked about this with Henny, and Henny has some awesome points. He has some really good points. But that's what we're talking about. Maybe if you go somewhere else because you feel like you're worth this, and you go somewhere else, and if you don't do it there, they don't have the love for you that Dallas did and the loyalty. They'll cut your ass quick, and then now you out, and you can't come back to the team. You feel me? So maybe you can still stay with Dallas. Maybe you don't get the top dollar money, but you get really good money, and you got security, and you're playing with a team where they love you, and you got to worry about if you was on the outside and they don't care about you. This is where that family thing come in. So the comfortability. So, and then Diggs work it out with the front office. You got two guys that are turnover guys that are playmakers on the ball, guys that can get the ball. And then when you see Ravel, we saw the traits of him. He can get the ball. You feel me? So you got three guys that can get the ball. That's a rare thing. And they all got size. They all got good size and pretty good speed. That's a rarity. You love to keep it. You can figure it out, Cowboys. This is one thing you should figure out. And maybe some guys should say, maybe I shouldn't take top and be happy and eat good. We'll see. The year's going to depend on it. That's just my thoughts. What y'all think? I just spoke from the heart on this one. Tell me what y'all think. You want Bland back? You think you should get that big dollar money? Let me know. Big Game James. I'm out. Peace.